we've come to the end of the show, sadly, but time flies when we're having fun. And we've come to just sort of wrap up and thank you all for watching.
So we have Mick Finch with us, who is a course leader, if I'm right.
Course leader, BA final.
So if you want just to give us like some final words on how the show went, are you happy with it? Are you really unhappy with some parts of it?
This is I'd have to say unanimously, we think this is the best show for many reasons we've done here at King's Cross. So I think it's a good way of measuring things, because this has been a very particular period in terms of the building, in terms of what the studios and all the setup's done to the course. But this has been the most successful for lots of reasons. What can I say? I'll tell you the thing that we've really noticed is the ambition of the students seems to have changed. And it's very much about an engagement with the work. They're not interested in the art world in a way. I don't want to make a terrible generalization.
It's fine, we've been doing it all night.
Yeah. But
there is a generation gap, definitely. There has to be, like, stylistically, surely.
There's a shift I think in this year which is very significant. And the engagement more with the work and very particular, I think, really good questions. And it's not about how do you get on in the art world. I don't know if that makes sense, but
it does make
that
sense.
seems to be what we're.
I think it's one of the things we've taken from all the panels we've had tonight, like a really engagement with community, collaboration.
We've been talking about romance with a capital R, and organics and collaboration, and
it's really good to hear
the natural growth. Yeah.
No, and I think that's a great thing, and I mean, obviously, excuse me,
no, it's fine, don't worry.
I hope that's something to do with, obviously, the course, but I think it's something to do with, this context, and, this context is quite a difficult one. I mean, it's been very challenging for students.
The context of the location?
The building, and I think, I'd say since 2008-9, when the whole fee structure changed. It was more than the fee structure, it was this, I should turn myself off. But it was the zero funding of the humanities, so, the whole
completely,
economics.
the cuts, yeah.
But people forget that, there's zero funding happening to humanities, which includes higher education. And this is the first year that's gone through with 9,000. I think I'm right in saying.
I think you're right too,
yes.
Because
it's interesting that what's not happening, which I think a lot of people would have predicted, was those people who would be paying 9,000 would have their eye on a certain type of game. It's not happening in that sense. In terms of the students seem to be more interested in the work itself. And there's a kind of integrity going on.
Do you think? I think that might. I mean, it's interesting to think about the fact that is literally a direct affection from the economic crisis, and like this understanding that actually money isn't what we've come to know as the driving force because of the absolute collapse that our generation experienced, and that these people who have come through these 3 years were direct subjects of.
And we as a staff actually remember that period. It was very big change, and that's it's great that
it's really good to hear this. Like, I feel like the show is quite like hopeful and return towards the future. That's really good.
Optimistic, but with a hint of kind of boundary and limitation.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry that we're gonna have to finish the panels for today.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, everybody.